Hello, welcome to my channel. So I'm back with another story time, and hello, my name is Noemi. Just in case you're new here, welcome to my channel. Here I tell all kinds of stories, so if you're into that, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching my videos. So I'm back with another story time, and this story, I wanted something easy, something fast, something not too dramatic. I mean, it does have a little bit of that, but it's mostly a mystery, okay? And it's still a mystery till today. But before I start my story, like always in all of my videos, I am drinking. So today's drink, I have some wine. Okay, so if you want to drink with me or anything you want, go get them and let's get started. So like I said at the beginning of the video, I wanted something like a story that was really easy to tell, something really quick. I was thinking about it, and then I remembered that there was a time and where we got kicked out from Cicis. So starting off, I was like, I want to say 10 years old. And at this point, I have mentioned this plenty of times, but I'll say it again. I was raised very religious. So every Saturday, I was at church. And once in a while, not every Saturday, but once in a while, the congregation wanted to hang out. So we will plan like a Saturday night and we'll be like, hey, let's go watch a movie, or hey, like, let's go eat somewhere. And this particular Saturday, they wanted to go to Cicis, and we're like, yeah, like I really wanted to go. Okay, I was like super excited. I wanted to go to Cicis, so I asked my mom, hey, can you take me to Cicis? And she's like, yeah, of course. One Saturday night, she ended up taking me to Cicis, and there's like a little funny story, awkward situation that happened going into the Cicis. My mom and I, we were walking into the CC's, and I see, like, people that I know from church, and I look at them and I automatically wave, okay? Like, I'm all excited. I'm like, hi guys, like, hey. It was so awkward because instead of them saying hi, a guy behind them said hi to me, okay? And I was like, oh no, like, not you, okay? I was like, not you, but like, I got all embarrassed, but I was like, you know what? Whatever, we're gonna shake that off and we're gonna continue the night. So my mom and I end up paying, and we go into the restaurant. We go and sit down, say hi to everybody, hug, and then my mom was like, okay, let's go get food. So my mom is not one of those parents that let you go play. No, like, you have to eat your food first, okay? So I was like, okay, I'll eat my food first. And then finally I was done, and I asked her, I was like, mom, can I go play in the game room? And she's like, yeah, go ahead. So she did give me, I think, like $1 in quarters. I was so happy, and I went to this game room, and I wasn't a really big fan of playing like the games or anything. I wanted prizes, okay? So I remember I went to one of those like machines that you put in a quarter, and then you twist them, you crank it up, and then you get like a random prize. Like, you could get a ring, or you could get a toy, a ball, a bouncy ball. Like, it could be anything, okay? So I put in a quarter, I crank it, and then I got one of those sticky hands. And it sounds so weird, sticky hands, but that's the only way I could describe this toy to you. If I could find a picture, I would probably put a picture up here. But it's basically like a hand, but it's at the end, it's like really long and very stretchy. It's like very stretchy, like you could basically whip it and it goes pretty far. And it's sticky, so it sticks to things. And I got one of those. I was so happy because those are so fun, okay? When if you're 10 years old, like you're gonna love those. So I was so excited to get this toy, okay? Like they're so fun. So I get this sticky hand and I decide to start playing in the game room, but I started like throwing this hand and hitting everyone, okay? Because in this room, I am gonna mention there was three teenagers that they were part of our congregation and they were part of the church, okay? They were around 15 to 16 years old. And then it was me, so I was 10 years old. And then there was a little girl, and she, I mean, not too little, she was around my age. I want to say like she was 10 years old. And she was there in the game room as well. And at this point, I got my sticky hand and I was like playing around, throwing it to objects, sticking, like the hand was sticking to objects, and I was hitting everyone, not hard, of course, but I was just playing around with this sticky hand. And while I was playing, I realized that the little girl, the 10-year-old, I don't know if I clarify this, but she was not part of the group, okay? She came in with her parents. So this 10-year-old girl, she kind of started like not bugging, but asking the teenagers, hey, can I play this game that they were playing? And they said no to her, okay? Like they're like, no, you can't play this game, we're playing it. And she just kind of just got upset. She's like, why? Like, let me play. And they didn't want to let her play, okay? So at this point, I was like, girl, like, I don't want any drama, so I'm gonna go get something to drink. I'm thirsty. Maybe get some dessert. And yeah, like, go with my mom, right? So I ended up leaving and I was drinking my drink when all of a sudden you hear a loud scream. This little girl started screaming like her lungs out. Okay, she was screaming so loud. She was crying. She was rubbing her eyes and she was getting closer to where we were sitting down, and her parents, I think that her parents were like right next to us. So she gets close and she goes to her parents and she tells her parents that these teenagers that are in the game room pepper sprayed her, okay? And her parents obviously, they're like, what? And then she's like, yeah, like these kids pepper sprayed me. My eyes hurt, and she was like rubbing her eyes and she was crying. She was doing the most. And I was like, well, like what happened? I was there a minute, and then all of a sudden she's crying because she got pepper sprayed. So then of course the parents are not gonna stay quiet, okay? They immediately went to the manager and said to the manager, hey, these kids pepper sprayed my little girl. And they, of course, they're like, what? Like, super shocked. And they're like, we're gonna investigate and see who pepper sprayed this little girl. So they gathered the teenagers that were in the game room, and because I was in the game room as well, even though I left, I was included in this little investigation, okay? So I was one of the I was one of the suspects. So they included me into the room and they asked all of us who has pepper spray. And I'm gonna stop like the story a little bit here because I was telling this story to my boyfriend, okay? I always tell these stories because I want an opinion, see if they're worth it. And I told him like this story, and then he stops me. He's like, wait, they didn't like pat them down. Like they didn't like, check them to see who had a pepper spray. And what I remember, they did not, okay? All they did is that they asked us, do you guys have a pepper spray? And everyone said no, okay? So then they told us, they're like, we really need to know who has it. Like, you guys have to come clean. And no one, no one came clean. No, everyone, including me, because I didn't have a pepper spray. I was 10 years old, okay? So I was like, no, like, I don't have one. And then they told us, they're like, well, we have cameras here in this game room. So we're going to look at the cameras and we're going to see who pepper sprayed this little girl. And we're like, okay, go for it, right? So us kids, the teenagers, me and the little girl stayed in this game room, and then the parents, all of the parents were in the camera room looking at this footage. And like we were there waiting. All of a sudden my mom, she comes into the game room and she says, Noemi, I need you to come to the camera room. And I was like, scared, okay? Because I was like gay say, like, I swear to you, I do not have a pepper spray. I was doubting myself. I was like, did I pepper spray that little girl? Like, did I, like, do I have anything? Like me trying to see. But no, like, I didn't have anything. So I was like, okay, fine. Like, let's go to this camera room. So we went to this camera room and they showed me the footage of us in the game room, and you could see that it looks like I'm throwing something. So it looks, you can't tell exactly what it is. You just see me going like this, throwing something. And my mom asked me, hey mija, like, were you throwing something? Like, what is that? Maybe that's what hurt her eyes. And I look at my mom and I was like, do you remember giving me the quarters? And she's like, yeah, like I gave you $1. And I told her, yeah, well, with that quarter I bought, and I pulled it out, I still had it, a sticky hand. And she looks at it, she's like, oh, that makes more sense. And then the manager saw it and they're like, oh, okay, like I could see, like it was a sticky hand. And they believed me, and that's it. I mean, like, they're like, okay, like you're free, right? Like, you are not part of this. And then they continue watching this video, and I remember they did not see anything, okay? They did not see any of these boys pulling out a pepper spray or spraying something in the air. Nothing, okay? They didn't see anything. But they went up to these kids and told them, you know what? I need all of you to leave, including us, including me, okay? Like, they told us that because they couldn't find who pepper sprayed this little girl, and they said that it was the right thing for us to just leave. And they ended up kicking us out, okay? And to this point, I have no idea who pepper sprayed this girl, or even if she got pepper sprayed, because hear me out, this is what I think, is just speculation, okay? I'm not saying this is what happened, but this is what I feel what happened. So I feel like, remember when I said that this little girl was arguing with the teenagers and she wanted to play this game? Well, they didn't let her. So I feel like she started crying, went with her parents, said she got pepper sprayed so they could get in trouble and then get kicked out, and then she could play that game. Okay, petty. Okay, yeah, I know. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, she probably manipulated all of this and just twisted it around so she could be able to play this game. Okay? That's what I think. I would love to hear what you guys think. What do you guys think happened? Do you really think this little girl got pepper sprayed? Or maybe she was just faking it? Just let me know. Let me know in the comments below. And that's it for this story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I know it's a very quick one, very fast one, but it's very interesting. I think it's very interesting, and it's definitely a mystery to me. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I know I keep mentioning this, I'm so sorry, okay, but I am so excited for October, okay? I am ready to tell scary stories, and I just love the spooky season. So if you guys love scary stories, please tune in for October. The whole month I'm gonna be telling scary stories, so I hope you guys are ready for that, and I hope you guys are excited for that. So again, thank you so much for watching my videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.